just a quick review on some of the hang clean or full clean. We're really working on more of kind of a power clean motion. But some of the hang clean variations we talked about last night in our session, learning how to clean better. So some people are really learning how to clean for the first time. Some people have cleaned and do somewhat proficiently, but it never hurts to continue to improve technique. The better your technique, the more you're getting out of the exercise, and the less risk of potential injury. So some of the key things we talked about last night were the hang position. Remember, the hook grip is first finger over the thumb, not the other way around. First finger over the thumb, right? So that's our hook grip, and that's going to make a big difference as weights go up. So we want to get used to learning about the hook grip and using the hook grip now with the bar, with the light so that we can benefit from it as we get heavier. The hang position is just basically a standing position with the elbows in full extension. Right? So we don't want to be pulling up. So when the bar is light and we're just practicing, it's not a big deal. But when the bar gets heavier and we're really pulling off the ground, the tendency is going to be to want to pull at the elbows and the shoulders, and we really want to remain fully extended and somewhat pliable, although we obviously have to be hanging off the bar. So the first thing we worked on was the hang position. So that's just full arm, full extension, full elbow extension, good grip, but loose arms. Right? And we worked on just holding that position and getting used to that position. The second position we worked on was the rack position. The rack position, elbows, so you've got a grip that's just outside the thighs, maybe a little bit wider than you might think for, say, like an upright row or something like that, so that you can, when you're in the rack position, you can get the elbows up and in. The rack position, when you push your arm into extension, into flexion, you're going to create that deltoid engagement, which is going to create a bit of a shelf. So in this position, we're in the rack in this position here with the elbows up and forward, a little bit inside, so we've got a nice shelf to lay the bar on. Right? So we're not choking ourselves with the bar back in our throat. It's kind of right on top of the clavicle and resting underneath of the deltoid. And that's our rack position. Okay? From there, we worked on the jump position. Right? Jump position was the hang position, but with some hip flexion and knee flexion. So now we're in a position where we're ready to jump or explode. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to just hinge the hips where we're bending forward, the bar moves away from us. We don't just want to bend our knees. We want both a hip hinge, hip flexion, and knee flexion. So we're in a power position. The bar in the middle of the thigh. So the bar should be right in the middle of the thigh. And again, we're using our hook grip. And that is our jump position. All right? So what we did was we worked on getting into the jump position without using the arms. So the arms are not really part of this pull. We're hanging onto the bar, but they're not pulling the weight. We're jumping and then getting under the weight. So one of the things that we practiced was going from the rack position, letting the bar drop straight down into the hang position. So we're not moving the bar with our arms when the bar works out away from our torso, but we're dropping the bar straight down to our hang position. So that was one thing we worked out for the movement, but we let it drop. Now we're doing the reverse when we come up from the jump position into the rack position. But to start, to get the hang of not using the arms, but letting it fall into the hang position. Okay? That's one movement we worked on. The jump, so with our hook grip, bar in the middle of the thigh. In our jump position, some hip flexion and knee flexion. Loose arms, tight grip, arms, or I should say elbows fully extended, maybe even rotated in a little bit. We now jump without bending our arms. We're not shrugging or bending our elbows. We are jumping straight into the air. Get in our jump position, and we jump. Jump position, jump, jump. Now, again, this is easy to do when we're practicing, when we have a light bar or light weight. A little bit harder to do once we get heavier weight. We want to pull with either a shrug or kind of an upright row. And that's what we want to stay away from. Once we've practiced our jump, then we can add a jump to rack. Okay? So we'll do it in this fashion. We'll do our jump, and then our jump to rack. So we are not pulling the weight up like this to our rack position, right? So we're not pulling it up away from us. We're pulling it, we're jumping, and then we're jumping to a rack position. Okay, so we are jumping to a rack position. Okay, so some of the things that people do, some of the mistakes, were rounding, pulling the bar up like this. Another mistake is to get a good jump, but then to pull the bar too far. Now, all we want to do is get it moving upward so that we can get racked underneath. Okay, so you jump, throw your elbows underneath. So another movement we didn't do a lot of last night that you could practice on your own, maybe even in front of a mirror. No bar, jump, jump to rack. Okay, so I'm not pulling my arms up to here and then trying to get underneath it. I am jumping, then I'm jumping to a rack. Okay, so throw a little bit of weight out. We threw some 10s on just to have a feel, not so much to do work, but to have a little bit more sensation. The bar, it's hard to get the feel with just the bar. So we put 10s on, kept it light, and we worked on jumping to rack from various positions. Remember, use our hook grip, hang. Now from our first start to hang, get into the jump position. Bar mid-thigh, hip flex, knee flex, both. Flat back, looking forward, jump, right? Jump. Now we'll do the jump to rack. To rack. Same thing. Jump. Now we'll do jump to rack. Jump to rack. Okay? That was from a hang position, which would be like a hang clean kind of position. We then also work from just below the knee and off the ground. So just below the knee, we get in our hang position, then we go into our jump position, right? Lower the bar to just below the knee. Slowly pull the bar up to mid-thigh. Once it makes contact here, jump. Okay? So let's do a couple of those. Here, slow, jump. Jump. Now, add the rack. Slow, rack. Okay? Slow, once it hits that mid-thigh, jump to rack. Okay? So we did that. Then the last version of that we did off the floor, hook grip, position, slow to our jump position, right? So we stay in that position, loaded, jump. A couple of those. Touches mid-thigh, jump. Now rack it into a rack position. So off the floor, mid-thigh, jump to rack position. Those are the things that we work on. So that's something that take the steps, work on it a little bit at a time. It'll get easier and easier. Once it becomes reasonably proficient, then you can start adding some weight and start working it into your workouts. Keeping in mind that as you add weight, some of the technique will go away. That's normal. But you want to keep the base of your technique strong. Oh, there's a lot of good videos, YouTube, different places. But YouTube's a great place to find instructional videos. Some of them are really good, some of them are not so good. I took most of this from Mark Rippetoe. He has a great, kind of somewhat corny, interesting video, but really great information. And that's where most of these came from. And there's several others that I may throw links into the comment section of the video.